Hi gang. So if you follow me on Facebook, I've been doing a Clubhouse model, treehouse model build there, and I think there's 3 videos that have described the process so far, and here's where I'm at in it. And I thought I would share with my YouTube friends some of the process. So I'm actually doing a kind of preparation. I have to build one of these in advance, and then that's going to be part of a tutorial video. So and I'm kind of practicing and seeing what time it's going to take, what steps and how I'm going to do those and describe those. So it's all kind of practice work. And it looks like, nope, I don't think that's it. Come on, refresh. Am I live? I feel like I should be. Let me go to Mr. Ed Draws. Oh cool, I have 302. I haven't looked at my subscribers in a few days. Okay, it looks like it's working. Let's see where I'm at. And alright. You guys can see the kind of videos I watch. It's insane. I am a lifelong learner, and I watch videos about, you wouldn't even believe, every single thing. So let's get started on this. I'm sorry, there's kind of a harsh shadow on this side because I have my mic stand and everything right here, and it's propped up on something. So there's this shadow, and I've just been unable to get rid of it. So I apologize for that. This is, oops, this is just kind of like behind the scenes, hang out with Mr. Ed and see what's going on. Alright, assembly. You can see the pieces here. I have to put, I've cleaned up the edges here, so I've cut those, scissored them off on both sides, so it's really flush. And I'm going to glue them to this, right in this corner here, so I can get some good contact surface and then have something that will help hold it together. So that's how the assembly of that happens. So let me get a brush, and that's too big of a brush, I think. Try a smaller brush. Let me move some things around so I can make sure you guys can see what's happening. So I just want to kind of wet this a little bit, and that's going to open up those fibers. I want the best adhesion I can get on these corners. And now the glue. And the glue. Come on, glue. There you go. Just a little bit if you want to know how the pros do it. There we go. A gnat got in here somehow. I wish it would get cold enough so these gnats would die. Every time I open my door, it seems like there's a gnat that flies in it. They can sense your breathing. I think they come after it. So I'm just going to hold that there for a moment while I stare at this gnat and try to kill it. Damn. I'll hunt it, as soon as this feed's over, I'm going to hunt this gnat down. I'm going to grab the biggest gun I have and I'm going to shoot it right out of the air. This is the fun part. This is the part where I chat with people in my feed, if they were in fact here. It shouldn't take for about a minute for that to get kind of nicely bonded. And here you kind of want to work fairly quickly. You don't want things to completely set up, because you have to square things off and get them to fit together nicely. So glue. And I kind of want to match these a little bit. See which way lines up. I think that way lines up the best. And I'm going to scrape that little excess on the edge into that corner, and then that should put everything together real nice. And hold it there for a little bit. This one's already nice and attached. I don't think it's quite square. That's alright. It's okay. It's going to give, this isn't one of those perfect kind of crafts. In fact, the more rickety it looks, the better. Else I could have just used popsicle sticks. So now the same process on this side, but I can go both sides at once. I guess I could have done that on the other one, really. I didn't have a lot of people joining me in Facebook either. Must be a day. Busy day for something. I hope so, or people are just like, meh, it's Mr. Ed. No one gives a damn. I don't think that's the case. Oh shit, fire. I just spilled water everywhere. This big ass glue bottle. Time is of the essence. Wow, you guys get to see live on camera. I electrocute myself. Spilling water. Okay, I think I got it all. Well, all of it that's going to pose any danger. This is my life, in case you guys were wondering. I did not see that one. I should have saw it with this flimsy cup. I need something that's like weighted, that will not fall over, because I'm always losing track of my body in space and time. It's enough water. I'm not going to put any more water in there just so I can spill it. Okay, where was I? Jeez. I'm all befuddled now. Oh, I want to see if this lines up. Right, okay. Can you see in there how I'm kind of, let me get the light. Why is, oh my lord. Can you guys, there we go, okay. Can you see how I'm kind of trying to get that to go? In the corner, just like I did with the first parts. Oh shit, psh, bend it. No. Looks kind of nailed together. This overhang, I can clean it off later, or just leave it on there. You know, it kind of adds to the rusticness of it. And that's the floor, I think. Yep, that's the floor. And this is the roof. Just going to make a house sandwich there. See how that? Now the only thing left to do is put the windows. I have to put a window or two in here. And there has to be a door, right, to get inside. And then I'm going to make the top hinged so that you can lift it up and look inside and see. Maybe there'll be some posters on the wall, a bench or a table or something that looks like there's could be some activities. Maybe like a milk crate or a wooden box or something like that. So it's coming along really nicely. And I'll have to let people who are following this on Facebook know that they can find this here on YouTube. If you're seeing this later, you know that. Yeah, I really like this project. It's fun. It makes me feel like a kid. And also I want to show you too, real fast, if I can find it. What did I do with it? Oh, right here. I got this Ashland gallery guide from 2017. It's old, but look, there's I think I can show this since it's like degraded, but there's these little pictures and things, and you can use any of those in like models. Like if you do doll houses or whatever, you want to make a painting, pick up one of these gallery guides and you can cut these out, make you like a little paper frame, and then have that as art. So I might do this as a project, and I want to be sure to give these artists credit on their work, but I think it's just so beautiful, and I would love to take it out of the pages here and make some artwork. And let me know if you guys think that that's wrong, because I definitely know it is not without controversy. I think if I do it for my own personal enjoyment or enrichment, then it's okay, because it's definitely my own. It's if I cut these out and sold them to people, framed them and made it a picture and sold them to people like that, I think that would be wrong. You couldn't do that. But if I cut these out and just made stuff for myself, made like little magnets to put on my door or whatever, I think you can do that. That's acceptable, as long as you're not making money off of it and you've made it your own for non-profit. You know, and I'm not claiming it's from that person. You know, it could be easily identified as having been created secondhand. I don't know, that it's kind of a gray area. Ooh, look at that, it's really cool. Can you guys see that? Beautiful art. I think I'm going to do that next. Why don't I just do that now? This is my ADHD kicking in. It's like, do everything now. So how would I do this? I got this piece of cardboard here, and I've got some other pieces of cardboard that I can use. So let's find a good picture. I do like that moth one. I think I'm going to do the moth. Is there anything on the other side? Ooh, that's pretty. Oh man, I can't cut into any of this. You know what? There's more where this one came from. Did I hack into it? Almost. There we go. This is something you guys can do. This might be prep work for another project. I have too many projects going on. You know what I need? I need interns. If there's any interns here in Ashland who want credit, want course credit, let's see if we can work something out. Okay, there's a beautiful picture that I cut out of this magazine, and I wish I could credit it to someone, but I can't, so I'm sorry. Do an image search. Google image search. So I want to know the size of this. So that's the first thing I'm going to have to mark. And we'll use an edge to help give us two squares, at least one 90-degree angle. Set that guy aside. Maybe I should draw a line to go by. That means I have to find a ruler, I have to put it in place, I have to hold it there. It's too much to do. There, that wasn't so hard. What a cool noise. All right. Now you want to do this first, I think. There might be enough glue on this brush to get by with it. Can I find a smaller brush for a larger surface? Certainly. I sure could. little bit more glue. I don't know if it was critically important I put it on the brush first, but that's just how I'm rolling in this case. Get that guy on there perfectly square. So far, so good. Now, need to find some boards. There's one. I'll make this one 2. I don't like the angle on that one. Must have used them all. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a mat in there too. It looks cool just like that. I don't think I have to trim it or anything. Just have to move this up a little bit. Color these. Color them black. Had to think about where I put my tweezers. I would play some music, but I don't want to get a strike. Copyright strike. I follow this guy, Cody's Lab. I don't know if any of you guys know who he is or what he is, but it's a YouTube channel and he does these really cool chemistry and science and physics things. And some of them are kind of, you know, you have to, I would almost say you almost need an adult supervision. That you need somebody should supervise young people, middle-aged kids watching these if they're able to, just to let them know. I think he does a good job at letting people know, but they could be dangerous, some of the things that he shows people. And for that reason he got copyright strikes. And he was explaining this and couldn't really understand, and then he did the what about pivot that everyone does. What about the other channels that It's like, well, you just kind of like undermined your premise with that argument, because that's the reason why you got shut down, is because it's just impractical for a human being to be there and make the determination that Cody's Lab is okay, but these other guys aren't. So it's because of the other guys, it's because of the bad actors that the occasional Cody's Lab is going to take a hit, or these other channels that are in principle okay, but in practice they're just as potentially dangerous as the other things that they're all, what about this one though, what about that one? And those whatabouts are still active, they're still up, but we'll see what happens. Now that you've whatabouted them, someone might be like, okay, what about them? So So I don't know. What are your thoughts if you have any? You can drop them in the comments if it pops up after this video or during it. How long have I been in here? 20 minutes. Okay, I only wanted this feed to go about 30 minutes. I don't think they should be any longer than that. Really not really anything going on anyway. Ooh, that was a lot to put in my brain. A lot of language. I've noticed that since I've been doing my therapies for autism to try to help cope, one of the things that I do less of is worry about how I speak. I didn't want people to know that I was having language problems, so I don't usually talk, and if I do, I really think about it longer and try to put the words together in my brain and practice saying it a few times before I actually say it to make sure it comes out right. And all that takes time, and it makes me, I seem okay, but it slows me down. I'm doing it really fast, so you can't tell, but it takes a lot of energy to do all that. And now I'm just like, if you can't understand what I'm trying to say, I don't know what to tell you. You'll have to translate. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't have the energy or the time or the passion. So I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. When I'm feeling really well and my energy level's up, I do okay with language. It's not a terrible problem. But when I get tired, that's when it gets to be an issue. I just don't have the energy to sustain it. And I'm definitely one of those people, I have so many hundreds or 1,000 or whatever words to say a day, and that's it. Those look cool. So how did I have this? Do you guys remember? Do I have to rewind it? I think I have that at the top. No, those are about the same. Length. Cool. That's really neat. I probably could have drawn something like that, but why? This is beautiful. Whoever did it, they did great work. I wish I knew. I don't see a signature or initial or anything on there. That's really neat. So what else do I want? Oh, I wanted to put a mat on there. That's how I measure. It doesn't need to be perfect. You guys know what I'm doing? Do you have any idea? I wish I could see what was underneath it. I'm just going to have to guess at it and hope. Guess and hope. I may not use it at all. What's on the other side of this? Oh, good. Just eyeballing it. I think. I'm not sure if I have a knife. Just have to do it the old-fashioned way. I hope you guys are seeing any of this. I really don't know for sure until after I watched the live feed and I'm like, oh, I was pixelated the entire time and no one could hear a word I was saying. Fantastic. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I couldn't remember what I needed at the store the other day. I was like, I need something for art. I can't remember what it is. I need a blade so I can cut something. Why didn't I just come at it that? I don't know. I know now though. Dun. Looks like a shark's fin. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be all wonky. It's alright. No one cares. Backside. You ever see that guy who takes a pair of scissors and cuts a dragon out of a piece of paper? I mean, not like Pete the Dragon. I mean, like in elaborate scales, and you wouldn't even believe it. It was cut from paper. I think it was made by a god or something. It was really amazing. Okay, so is that going to go on there and look like not crap? Yep, it is. I'm going to put that on there and we'll see how that goes. I'm not putting it on the brush first. Are you proud of me? A little too much there. I've been trying to upload videos every week on my channel. I've been trying to keep up with the Art Addicts Alliance, and I'm just not doing a very good job. But I said at the very beginning of the year that things were going to change on my channel and with my life. And I guess that's part of the change. But I am going to try to focus on higher quality content, if you guys are alright with that. I still have plans to do the other projects that I want to do, but the one project, the big fairy house castle one, I have to get materials. I don't have the material to do it right now, so that one's going to have to wait. Oh, shit. Let's try that again. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Is that it now? Anybody? Oh, what happened? Did it fall on the floor? If anyone saw where that went, let me know. I can't go anywhere without it. Seriously, this is happening. All right. This isn't for real, is it? Did anybody see where that went? Where'd the other long one go? Please, Jeebus. Okay, it must have fallen on the floor or something. No? Is it right in front of my face? Was there never a long one? Could be any of those things. No, there was a long one. It's this one, isn't it? Oh, how did I miss that there? Stuff like that makes me want to cry. It's just how I can't help it. That's just how my brain does. It doesn't really help me sometimes. I try to go to work and have stuff like that happens. It's like, what happened to that money? That's not a good thing to happen. Oh man, my stomach hurts. I need to eat. God. You know, there's people in this world that love to eat, and then there's people in this world that don't. To me, it's a big pain. It's like going to the bathroom. It's just something you have to do. I mean, I get hungry and I enjoy eating, don't get me wrong. But I think the whole mess with getting hungry and having to eat and take time out of your life is just a big bunch of bullcrap. Ain't nobody got time for that. I hate it. Having to grocery shop, prepare food, and it's just me, so preparing food can be really challenging because I don't want to waste food. So I end up having to pay more just so I throw away less, if that makes any sense. It doesn't to me. It irritates the hell out of me. It's like we encourage people to throw food away. Look at that. Ooh, love it. Now let's put a magnet on the back of it. It just so happens I have one right here. I might do this for an actual project sometime instead of just an impromptu kind of thing with you guys. That should hold it on, I hope. Let that guy dry. There we go. What is that called? Oh, magazine picture art. A magazine picture art magnet. That's pretty cool. Really like it. Okay, thanks. Sorry I wasted so much of your time searching for something that was right there. But that's my life. And thanks for joining me for it. And I love you guys. And until next time, take care.